I think the link is changed. The new link I uploaded to your WhatsApp group. Please give the message those who are not getting the new link here. It is available on your WhatsApp group. Please pass the message to other students also. Right. Here we were discussing about e-commerce things. E-commerce last we discussed about e-commerce payment methods. Then we started the part e-commerce security, I think. However, here today today also we are arranging some activities, videos, and the lesson also presentation. Today we are going to start from a question paper, question from a past paper. Look at the paper. Right. In this question, I think 2019 question in here you can have. First, try with yourself. Then I will give the link for that. Click on the link provided here. Then you will be able to answer this question. Right. Here now you can see this link here. Please go to link, click on the link. Then passcode here, they are asking a passcode. Type 1 2 3 4 5 6 password. Then you will be able to see the questions and the provide space available to giving answers also. First try with yourself. I think the question is question from 2019 paper. There are 4 parts in the question. One by one, you can answer it. Only 7 minutes given to you to complete the question. However, in the examination, you will be provided more time to answer the question. Right. Here, I am expecting only brief answers. Therefore, within this small period, try to give in some answer for that. Right, now you can start it. Right, okay, now time is over. Only 7 minutes I allocate for this question, but in the examination you will be have more time to answer the questions like that, right? However, no one submit the answers here. Still no one submit the answers. Please submit the answers you did up to now. No need to complete it. If you did something on your with your questions, then you can submit it. And still no one submitting the answers. Please submit it. That last week also, last time also, I gave some advice regarding these activities. Please try to submit all the activities what we are doing during the class hours. Right? It will be help you to get in more marks for your assignments. When regarding the assignment that I extend the due date up to 14th November, right? Then the due date is 14th November. Before that, you can submit your e-booklet, your assignment. You must submit before 14th November. That I am not going to extend it again. This is the last time, last date to submit the assignments. Right. In this activity, still no one submitting the activity here. Therefore, I am going to discuss the questions. Right. In this question, the first part is what is meant by email or cyber mail. Another name we can identify to email, electronic mail, is cyber mail. What is mean by email? Email means sending messages from one location or one device to another device through electronically. Through electronically. Email means sending messages. That messages should be prepared in digitally prepared messages. Sending digitally prepared messages from one location to another remote location. Then we learned many things regarding the email. What are the servers you can link or relate with the email? Then how you are going to set up your own email account addresses, then how you are going to select service providers, Google Mail.com, like that, right? Then we discussed some protocols available regarding when setting the email setups. Right? I think you can remember those things. If you are not remember, please go to the recording lecture of that particular lesson. Right. Then second part is online marketing. Right. Give me 1 minute. Right here, the second question, what is online marketing? Online marketing, that's the marketing or generating demand for your online products. Marketing meaning that normal marketing meaning generating demand for the product and services. Online marketing mean if you are supposed to selling something through the internet. Right? That means if you are supposed to establish an e-commerce website, then there should be it need to doing some marketing things to online products. If you are trying to generate demand for online product, that is called online marketing. In this way you want to explain it. Then third question, briefly explain 3 types of online payment methods. 3 types of payment methods. We learned many types of payment methods: credit card, debit card, e-wallet, smart card, PayPal. In that way, you want to list out 3 methods and give brief description regarding these methods. Right, then I think all of you can do the answers for this question. If you have forgot these things, then please go through the relevant lecture. Then briefly explain 4 methods of online marketing. 4 methods of online marketing. Right, we learned in this case also we learned more than 5 methods during the class hours. Then you can go through these lectures and see what are the online marketing methods available. Right, here I am not going to discuss in detail because all of things we'll discussed in the class hours. Right. Okay, then I am going back to the presentation again. Then your examination paper questions is somewhat similar to these questions here. This one is 2019, I think. This question I'm getting from 2019 paper. Right now, 17 of you are submitting the answers here. Then I will check these answers later. Right now, I am back to the presentation. Right, here we are discussing about e-commerce. E-commerce lesson. That's the starting presentation of our e-commerce lesson presentation. Here we are discussing about elements of e-commerce. Elements of e-commerce that already we discussed these parts. Under elements, or we identified online stores, e-commerce marketing, payment gateways, or all of these things we already finished discussing these parts. We are discussing about e-commerce security. E-commerce security. Under e-commerce security also we discussed lots of things. Under that, especially payment methods, we discussed already. Then we should want to know how you want to avoid your different various types of threats. Last week, I think we discussed the various types of threat you can find from the internet, like viruses, then DDoS, DDoS, then phishing. These types of security methods we discussed last week. And then we should want to know how you want to secure your data, the methods of securing your e-commerce website data. Or then another thing is here, important thing is you want to identify, evaluate the information also. Evaluate the information. Once you refer the information through the internet, you should want to know this particular information are valid or not. Validity of information. Then there are some criteria we should want to learn. Based on this criteria, you can determine that whatever the data you are referring to the internet is valid or not. Right. Then we can discuss the methods available to avoid the various types of threats. Then we'll back to today's presentation again. Our first topic is today evaluating information on the web. Evaluating information on the web. You can write down the topic: evaluating information on the web. Actually, this is a part of security. Before putting any security methods with your computer or with your data, then you should know how to evaluate information. Evaluate here, the main purpose of evaluating is to determine validity of the information. Normally, there are many people make information or publish or uploaded information, data and information to the internet. The person who upload the information and data is called source. Then first thing you want to identify what is online source. Online source means a person or entity who upload information and data to the internet. This uploading is in various forms. Your data, your information, you can upload in the form of blog post or newspaper article or journal article or images or text form or any kind of. Here another form is online video. In that way you can upload your information and data to the internet. However, whatever the methods you are choosing to upload your data to the internet, the person who referring your data should be aware how to validate your data. Right? That here explain about online sources. Online sources refers to any material you find online. Any material you find online. This material may be in the form of blog post, newspaper article, journal article, or online video. There are many other ways of online sources also. Right. Write down this paragraph on your books. Right, I think you finish writing the paragraph here. Here explaining about what is online source. Online source, we can identify online as a source as any material you find in the online. And it may be in the form of blog post, newspaper article, journal article, or online video. Right. Here the thing is, when you are referring these online sources, then there should be a way to validate it. Validation, under validation, you are going to identify how far that particular information are true. Truthness of this information. The truthness may be more than 90% of the truthness, then you can accept this information. Then how you are going to determine this validity? Then there's a criteria. The next thing is we should want to identify this criteria to determine this online validity of these online sources. Right. Then look at the slide here. Right. Evaluating criteria. Here there is a 5 factors in this criteria. Based on these 5 factors, you can determine that particular data is valid or not. Here the first one, accuracy. Under accuracy, you are going to search your data's reliability, truthfulness, and correctness of the content. If you want to, if you can publish more correct information, that means the accuracy is more high. If you can publish more reliable and more truthfulness data, then accuracy factor is very high. If the accuracy factor very high, means that particular information validity is very high. Right. Then another criteria is authority, the source of information. Authority refers to a source of information, who published that particular set of information, author of the published information. If you can find the author of the information, then that particular information is validity is very high. Therefore, if you are referring the internet information or article, then first thing is, before going through the article, content of article, the first thing is you want to search who is written this document, who is the owner of this document. Then there are some messages regarding the owner. If no messages, mean their validity is low. That is not truthful information. Therefore, the second criteria is you want to check authority. Then relevance. Third one, relevance. The relevance refers to importance of the information for your needs. How far that particular sets of information are relevant with your expectation, your needs. Then fourth one, currency. Currency refers to timeliness of the information. Whatever the information you are referring, it should be matched with your time. If you are referring all data, mean it is outdated data, mean it not useful for your purpose. Therefore, whatever the data you are referring to the internet should be timeliness. Right? It should not be outdated data, not all data. It should be matched with your current situations. That is called currency. Then purpose. Purpose refers to reason for information exists. Why that particular set of data exists for your use. That's the purpose. In that way, you can use these 5 criteria to determine or evaluate the information of the internet, through the internet. Right. Then first write down these criteria on your books. Then we have a video regarding this evaluation information of the web. Right. First write down this criteria. Right here, I think you finish writing these 5 criteria. These 5 criteria you are using to evaluate information on the web. These 5 criteria are: first one, accuracy, authority, relevance, currency, and purpose. Right. Then I am going to play a video. Please look at this video here. This again explain some of the factors in this criteria. I think 4 factors. This video explaining 4 factors. Then each of factors in this video having a questions. Under accuracy, what are the questions you want to concern? Under authority, what are the questions you want to concern? By looking at this video, you should identify these questions. Then you can refer this question before concerning or before referring any internet articles, internet information. Right. Then please try to identify this question. You can see this question under each criteria. Right. Now I am going to play it, the video here.
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot of homework.
If a stranger came up to you and started talking about a topic, you'd probably want to know more about him and what he was saying before you took him seriously. The same goes for websites. There is a lot of useful information on the internet. However, since anyone can publish to the internet, it is crucial to evaluate websites before relying on the information. In this tutorial, you'll learn about the importance of evaluating information on the internet, learn some questions to consider when you're looking at websites, and get some practical tips about how to evaluate internet sites. Many of us use the internet to gather information for all sorts of things. We might use that information to make decisions about health, politics, finances, or social issues. Our whole way of viewing the world is based on the information that we encounter, and these days, a lot of that information comes from the internet. That's why it's so important to think about and evaluate the information that you find on the internet. Of course, evaluating internet information is also good for your assignments. It will make your research better and strengthen your arguments. Keep in mind that while Google is a great search engine, there are others out there to try too. Different search engines work in different ways and will return different results. Many factors affect the order in which search results are displayed. For example, companies can pay to have their websites listed first. Therefore, the first several hits may not be the best ones to answer your questions. It is good to review as many results as you can manage, not just the first 3 or 4. There are several methods for evaluating websites. Here's a simple one with only 4 steps: author, motivation and bias, evidence, timeliness. When you're looking at a website, first consider the author. Ask yourself, who wrote this information? What can you gather about the author's background? Is the author an individual or a group? Is the author an expert on this topic? Are they sharing opinions or facts? How does all of this shape what the author has written? You might have to dig to find out about the author of your webpage. If you don't see the author's name, click on links such as info or about. These links are usually found on the perimeter or edges of the website, and they may lead to information about the author. Even if you find out about the author, you may still have questions. If so, try Googling the author's name to learn about their background, expertise, point of view, or others' opinions of them. If you decide to use the site, knowing about the author will help you analyze the information that you have found and use it more effectively. Next, consider motivation or bias. Is the web page supported by a group, organization, or company? What, if anything, does the group stand to gain by convincing others of its points? This could be monetary, political, or something else. Is the information likely to have been reviewed by other people before it was published? Or is this information from a personal site where someone is expressing his or her own opinions? Again, you might have to dig to figure out who supports the points that are being expressed. Analyzing the URL can also be helpful. Education or government sites are more likely to provide objective information. Commercial sites are usually motivated to make money in some way. Tildes followed by a personal name usually indicate personal sites. Also, blogs often reflect personal opinions. Shortening the URL to find the homepage of the site you are viewing might give you some details about